Hello everybody. I'm here to grace you with a weird video about top 10 lists, where I make top 10 lists out of weird things. Have you ever wondered what it would be like to live in a world like Genshin Impact? I can't be the only one. This world is incredibly beautiful and serene, filled with awe-inspiring scenery. There are all sorts of places that I personally would love to visit, if it existed in real life, of course. That's why this top 10 is about vacation spots in the world of Teyvat. So kick back and relax as we go across the world talking about all sorts of amazing locales. Because the more we visit, the more enriching our experiences, and those experiences should be treasured. Let's begin. Number 10. And what's more of an enriching experience than the Fortress of Meripede? Wait. Hear me out. I know it's a prison for the scum of Fontaine. I know it's located below the sea, so no one can easily escape. I know it's dark, dank, and creepy. I know it's a manufacturing facility for guard robots. But if you get arrested, you get free room and board, a nice and hard bed, free welfare meals that consist of something random. One day you could get 5-star Wagyu steak. Another, you could get liquid cereal. That's real, by the way. You don't have to work hard in this prison. It's basically a meritocracy, where you are proportionately rewarded based on how hard you choose to work. But if you slack off, well, let's just say your predicament could be far, far worse. Heck, even the prisoners here are not that bad. They're pretty nice for the most part. If you don't want a real job, and you hate the sun and fresh air, and you're looking for an extended vacation, then look no further than the Fortress of Meripede. 9. Okay, a little more serious now. Yilong Wharf, located in the Chenyu Vale, on the edge of Fontaine, a port town area with a scenic waterfall and a weird, ultra-big elevator thingy that takes you from the bottom of the waterfall to the top, or vice versa. Come on by for the pleasant sound of rushing water, and check out the shops for all sorts of goods. Well, I imagine there's a variety of goods. I don't actually know what they're selling, but surely it's nothing but non-predatory and fair-priced goods.
This continues, one may soon be running short on Mora.
And to get a really good view of this magnificent waterfall, I strongly suggest arriving by boat. If you do, your ears are graciously greeted with the boatman's song. Still in the Chenyu Vale, there is a nice and quaint village hidden away from it all. If you wanted to experience country living and sip on some high-quality tea while surrounded by nature, then the tea village of Chaoying will suffice. Did I say that right? I don't know if I said that right. And overlooking the village are hills where you can scream your lungs out as you take in the sunshine, blue skies, and good vibes. I'd love to take a stroll around the area, and I imagine this would be a lovely area to wine and dine at. 8. Chingsei Village. Again, I don't know if I'm saying that right. Now I know what you're going to say.
Oh look, another village. Isn't this place a retirement home for the elderly?
To which I say, anywhere worthy of being a vacation spot can be a vacation spot with the right kind of attitude. Sorry, Grandma. And this place is definitely worth. Look at how picturesque this scenery is. And they grow chili peppers over here. Something about being surrounded by vibrant colors, a running river, and mountain air is also very revitalizing to the human spirit. Hey, maybe old people here have a point. Let's all move in with Grandma.
7.
Wangshu Inn. Oh look, another place in Liyue. Look, I don't make the rules here. It's not my fault that most of Inazuma and Sumeru is really dangerous. Hang on, we'll get to other regions eventually. But the Wangshu Inn is an excellent checkpoint for any traveling tourist going on a pilgrimage, and one for traveling merchants as well, which is why so many set up shop here. Rent a room and cozy up. Take in the sights from way up on high. You can see a good portion of Liyue from up here. Tell me I'm saying that right. Order some delicious grub. Or if the food up here isn't to your liking, then come on down the elevator thingy to be surrounded by merchant stalls. Not a bad spot to whet the appetite, especially if your aim is to arrive at the harbor. Sucks. The Isle of Petrichor, a new island introduced recently in 4.6, situated near Fontaine. Ever wanted to visit Italy? I do, and I can't. At least not right now. But Petrichor is close enough. A small town, sure. But if you're not big on tourist attractions, and want to get away from it all, but don't quite want to resort to glamping either, then vacationing over at Petrichor ought to be really relaxing. The Italian-inspired architecture and overall vibe is incredibly nice. And the view of Fontaine's waterfalls from afar is just... Buongiorno. That's Italian, right? Yeah, that's totally Italian. Something about Petrichor makes you want to have a walk around and breathe in the fantasy Italy air. Pay no mind to the insane villagers whose minds are stuck in another time period, though. Just think of them as... entertainers? Performers? Yeah, something eerie and weird is going on here. But I'm sure a certain traveler can fix that up in no time. And if not, well, you know what they say. When in Rome, act like the Paimons do. Yup, that's a real quote. Totally. 5. Mondstadt Dawn Winery. Okay, I know I said that right. Some of us could use some wine to calm the nerves. Staying over at Mondstadt and stopping by the winery sounds like a great vacationing idea. Just don't let Diona know. That little wine hater. Yeah, go drink an apple juice box. One could even say that Mondstadt is the land of wine. Such a reputation was made possible by the clan in charge. The what? Okay, I am definitely sure I butchered that. If you're keen on getting a discount on that sweet, sweet dandelion wine, is dandelion wine sweet? I don't know. Then maybe get in good with the head of the clan, help. Or if you prefer a little more civilization and rowdy company, then the Angel's Share Tavern is a very nice alternative. Gather some friends, feast and drink, get a taste of that Mondstadt palate, and a taste of what it's like to be an adventurer. 4. Did I say Inazuma was dangerous? I think I did say most of it. But I would do you all a disservice if I didn't mention Watatsumi Island. Heh, my weeb ass definitely said that right. One point about taking a vacation is going somewhere that's outside your personal bubble, and maybe take in something that's totally different than your monotonous, boring, plain life. And that's partially why we are so drawn towards fantasy worlds. Watatsumi Island is nothing like what we've seen from other civilized places. It's like visiting the domain of a mermaid, which makes sense considering this is where Kokomi resides, and she has the whole mermaid motif going on. The crazy giant seashells, the surrounding waterfalls, the bubbles. Why are there bubbles? This would be a great vacation spot. Just be careful not to fall into the ominous dimensional whirlpool. 3. Ooh, I've been waiting for this one. Port Ormos, located south of the Sumeru rainforest. Port Ormos is a large trading hub underneath 2 majestic-looking giant trees that kind of look like they were split from one, with a river running through it, and all the way to Sumeru City. This place has everything a tourist needs. A hotel, good food, great scenery. Like other spots mentioned before, you'll find all sorts of merchants at their stalls, peddling goods. The downside is, if you're not street smart, you might find yourself swindled. Just keep your head up and be smart, because you don't want anything souring your tour around this place. But you want to know the real reason why I put this at number 3? It's the freaking soundtrack. It slaps so damn hard. It's just so impossible to not bust a move whenever you're here. Seriously, props to the chefs of this soundtrack because they've been cooking. 2. This one's a no-brainer. Liyue Harbor is the vacation spot. Undoubtedly, one of the most vacation-y spots ever in Teyvat. Wait, I think half of this list is port towns, isn't it? Hoyo loves ports, I guess. But back on topic. Liyue Harbor is one of the best cities in the entire game. This place is bustling with activity. You can find restaurants all over. From here, to up the stairs, or over here by the streets. You have stalls and hole-in-the-wall places, and plenty of surrounding company. And if eating's not your thing, then perhaps the reverse tickles your fancy. There are those who might be willing to eat you. The harbor has several good spots perfect for sightseeing, overlooking the sea and the city itself. But nighttime is when this city truly shines and takes on a whole nother vibe. Something about the lighting, man. It just hits different, and it hits in a good way. And it gets even better during the Lantern Rite Festival, a once-a-year event during Chinese New Year. The floating lantern lights and decorations are some of my favorite things to look forward to every year. Number 1. Fontaine. This is the ultimate vacation spot in Genshin Impact. Fontaine is this world's version of several European countries mashed together, and it's far more technologically advanced than any other region introduced to the game so far. This place is fancy as heck. I feel like I am part of nobility whenever I'm here. I mean, look at these lovely ladies and finely Chiorya brand tailored dresses. Hello, ladies. How do you do? Omelette du fromage. That's gotta impress them. The place has everything you could ever want. Tea, dining, tea, dressed poodles and dogs, more tea, robo-cops, more tea, aqua buses. You heard me, aqua buses. When I first heard about these, I was taken aback. Water railways up in the air and boat-like buses to take you across the nation? And you get a tour guide for each one.
We are now heading to Erinias. Many people are tried there and sent to the fortress of Meripede. But passengers needn't worry. Life in the fortress of Meripede may be a good thing for certain groups of people.
Oh, I feel so immersed. And if you take one of the lines down to the theater or court, you'll find ice skating robots dancing around. Ice skating robots. Oh, back up a little bit. I mentioned the theater and court. If you're a big fan of Ace Attorney, I suppose you can get a kick out of yelling objection over at the courthouse. Personally, I find it a little weird that they've made court cases into a show of entertainment. But the Romans made shows out of gladiatorial combat, so I guess this shouldn't be all too surprising. The point is, there's so much to do as a tourist in Fontaine. It's crazy. And once your vacation is over, you can commit crimes.
Stop right there, criminal
and steal Farina's macaroni.
Seems I'll have to share some of my macaroni with you.
Get thrown into the fortress of Meripede and live the luxury life of a prisoner. We've come full circle. And there you have it. A kinda weird top 10 list of the best vacation spots in Genshin Impact. If you guys enjoy this type of content, be sure to share this with your friends, your dog, your Paimon, whoever. Like the video, comment, yada yada yada, YouTuber things. It all helps with the algorithm. I make content not just for Genshin Impact, but also for Honkai Star Rail and pretty soon Zenless Zone Zero. If any of those games are your thing, or anime games are your thing, or even MMOs, then consider subscribing to the channel for all that stuff. Also, I stream on Twitch. You can check my schedule at twitch.tv/Vanillabean117. Links in the description. And as always, take care of yourselves, stay safe, and be kind to each other. I'll catch you later.